Hey everybody, Nick Attack Drivers. Today we are here with the M&P Shield 40. Let me tell you, we're gonna get this out to the range and see what it can do, but few little things about it. First, it's subcompact, makes it great for concealed carry. 4-inch barrel, 7 inches long, and depending on which mag you use, you've either got 6+1 or 7+1. What's great about that, 7+1, this is the 6+1 mag. I shouldn't have said 7+1 right there, but see, can't really get a pinky on. Get that 7+1 and get that pinky on there. It's going to help with your stability and your aiming a little bit, but it's going to be helpful if you have more of those. And so you got your thumb safety up here. Your slide will move even with the safety on. Then you got your slide lock on that one. Do that, and there you go. So let's go see what it can do. See you out there. All right, guys, we're out here back at the range. Have it set up 5 yards, 10 yards, 15, and 25 for the gong. It's been my normal setup so far. Today we've got the Smith & Wesson 40 out of here, and we're testing two different cartridges. 165 grain, and it's from Winchester, and a 180 grain from Ammo Incorporated. Pretty straightforward what it sells. So I'm going to do the 165 first, 180 later. We'll see how they do comparatively. So let's get to it. All right, guys, another thing we're going to test is the length of the mag. This one, as you can see, you don't really get your pinky on. There's an extended mag that I also have that you can, but let's see how this does. And first, I'm going to get some hearing protection. All right, now we're ready. Well, I can tell you one thing. It's got some recoil to it. And let's see here. Well, finally got one. And all right, there's that. That was the short one. So let's see if I can get them last two real quick with the longer mag here. Maybe if I put it where I thought I did. All right. Well, at least it's fun to shoot. But it's got some kick to it. That's to be expected. It's got more kick than a 9, being a 40. It's got a little more power. But yeah, in a subcompact frame, that's to be expected. But we're going to see how I do against the dueling tree. Again, that is out at 10 yards, and let's see what it does. All right, guys, here we go. Got the shorter one up first. And something I've noticed so far is that I seem to have to cover where I'm shooting versus holding above it. Now it doesn't seem to be doing that. We're out of one. Well, so far I'm not doing great, which is not surprising if I'm not sure where a gun aims. And I noticed I can't adjust elevation on this. I can adjust it side to side by loosening a set screw. And I hit something there, but I think I'm hitting off to the side. This isn't fun to miss at all, but so far I'm not sure where I'm hitting. It would be nice to know. When I was hitting the clays, I was covering the target, but it doesn't seem to be working on that. We're going to see what it does against the person out there at 15 yards, see if maybe I can hit that, tell where I'm shooting. All right, let's see what happens. Alright guys, something I've decided to do is just stick with the the extended mag, uh, just so I can get a little better accuracy, and hopefully it'll help here. Now I'm going to aim for center of mass there, and see if I can tell where I'm hitting at here. Like I said, this thing's got a bit of kick to it, but it's definitely more than a 9. And definitely hit some wood there. But, alright, let's see where I hit. I'm obviously low with a couple of shots. Might be anticipating recoil. So, there's 4. So it's low and to the left. That's definitely going to be me. Like I said, I was trying to aim for center of mass here. And I don't like that I'm that far off. You know, if this is your everyday carry, hopefully you shoot it a lot more often than I do. But you always want to know where your gun shoots. In this type of situation, I wouldn't be doing great. But I've got a few on paper, which is better than none. Like I said, this thing's got quite a bit of kick to it. Subcompact, so let's be expected. We're going to see what it does against the gong next. 25 yards, 8-inch gong. Maybe I'll have to try and cover it and see if I hit. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, last little bit of the 165 grain. I am going to use both clips. I've got the extended mag in my pocket here, and I'm just going to see if I can hit the gong at all. But if anything, maybe I can figure out where I'm shooting at. Let's see what it does. Alright, like I said, this is 25 yards away. It looked like I was just under. Well, this isn't a very good sign. I missed all of those. So let's get that extended one out. Like I said before, I was covering the target. I'm hitting low here. All right, had one that there we go. You know what? Ooh, we jammed, guys. That's never fun. So always want to make sure you do something safely there. Especially if you notice it. We've got 3 rounds left. Make sure we're clear. All right. Let's just pop these nice 3 off and see if I hit anything. Nothing there. All right, that was the 165 grain. And I did not do well at all. I'm going to see if that 180 grain does any better. I have shot one of these before, and I thought it performed better with the 180 grain over the 165. We'll see if that's the case today. It's strange how sometimes a different cartridge just makes a world of difference. And we'll see if that's what happens today. All right, stay tuned for that 180. All right, guys, I'm all loaded up with this 180 grain. I'm going to start with these clay pigeons here, starting with the shorter mag first. And so far, we're not doing great. Again, I see, well, that's going to be fun. Let's see if we can get that guy down there on the floor. And now we're empty, but I'm going to throw those last couple up there, see if I can hit them. I seem to have to aim for center. I hit the target right here. So hit cover the target instead of actually aiming, which generally is not how you want to shoot. And again, there's not a way to change the elevation on this gun. And so there's that. You can see I bent that, but we're gonna go on over to the gong now with 6 rounds, 6 gongs. See if I can get them. And I'm gonna just start at the top, work my way down, and hopefully get them. And like I said, I seem to have to cover the target instead of aiming for it until that. And that one. Alright, I'm going to reload, see if I can get those again. And starting at the top. Well, that's not good. If I hit that one instead of the one I was aiming at. Again, we seem to be back to cover the target instead. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's probably me anticipating recoil and things such as that, because a gun shouldn't be that far off. But yeah, sometimes we just can't shoot for shit. Alright guys, I've got 7 rounds here, just using the extended mag for this. With what it did at the dueling tree and what I seem to be noticing, I'm going to try to cover center instead of actually aiming for it, and see how I do with that. You know, I think it's me, but we have another jam here, so get that taken care of, and I'll go back. I see I hit one in center, so we're just gonna keep going here. So unfortunate that we had a jam after doing something like that. And honestly, what I'm doing is aiming for that orange at the very top, and we'll see if I can center a mass. Alright, there's my 7 rounds. Well, I hit higher. I've got even 2 that are pretty close to the same spot. So these are our 4 from 165 grain. I've got 1 center of mass, 1 there, and 2 right there. So I wish I had larger targets so I knew where exactly I was hitting. But like I said, that time I was covering the target instead of actually aiming, having it sit across the top of the sights. This makes me wish I had a clamp for the handgun. You know, that way I could see how exactly I'm hitting, and then it would be all lined up, hopefully, and then it wouldn't be all on me. Sit it on a bench, have some weight holding it still and everything. You know, it'd show me what I'm doing. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. It doesn't look as though the sight has slid. I've had that happen before, but we're going to go ahead, load both of them, see what it does at 25 yards. Alright guys, we're all loaded up here. Got the extended mag loaded too. Again, 25 yards, we'll see how it does, but if it's going to go similar to the way it has the rest of this round, I'm pretty sure we can determine it's going to not be great. So, let's see how it goes. So, I'm definitely hitting low. Now, whether that's because of anticipating recoil or another issue, I'm not sure. But there's 6 rounds already. They can go pretty fast. Now just think, if you're in a high intensity situation, how much faster those are going to go. Your adrenaline's going to be pumping, and luckily I've never had to do it. I hope I never do. But so far I haven't hit anything other than those cards. And there's got to be a reason. Whether it's me or the gun, but my money's on me, guys. I've done better with this before. I'm not sure what's going on with it today. I have even seen it where I've done better with 180 versus the 165, and it's got to be something with the way I'm aiming. Maybe it's a little off somehow, but like I said, you can't change the elevation on this. And maybe the best thing for this would be to knock that rear sight out of there. put a red dot on it. Who knows? A lot of people have problems with iron sights, and I'm sure somebody makes an adapter plate that you can knock that out of there, put one in, and go from there. But that's it for today, guys. I guess I'll have the little bit where I show you how to break this down. You know, it's pretty comparable to other firearms of this style, but stay tuned if you need to see that. All right, guys, I went out there and I walked around a little bit, and it looks like I was hitting low on everything. My guess is I'm anticipating recoil. It's not an issue with the gun. And so that is something I need to work on. They sell things like snap caps and stuff like that. And if you think that maybe you are anticipating recoil, you can put those snap caps in the middle of your thing. Have someone else load it for you so you're not counting rounds to see when it's going to hit. And you'll know for sure if you're anticipating recoil. So if that's the issue, that's something you got to work on so you don't do that. If I'm to the left or right, I'm probably not placing it very well in my finger, and that's all issues I'm having. So that is why you work every day as often as you can. Maybe not every day. If you can every day, awesome. If you've got the funds to run through that many rounds of ammo, that is sweet. I don't. Therefore, I'm not going to shoot every day, but you need to make sure you get out there, practice with your firearm so you know how it shoots. Like I said, I'm not a marksman. This is about the gun, not about me. Obviously, it's fun to see it hit steel or the clays or something like that and know that it's hitting like you want it to hit, especially if you're thinking of getting one of these. In other words, you know, it's a fun gun to shoot. It does have quite a bit of recoil, especially compared to a 9 of similar size, but it's not the best carry gun out there, but it'll definitely get the job done. Now, best carry gun is always a matter of opinion. So, that being said, it's a good gun. It will hit. It shoots great. That's the first time I've ever really had jams like I was having. That's not an issue I normally have. That could be something with the ammunition. Maybe it's not a very great round. I don't know much about it. It's just what I had. So, great shooting gun. Like I said, it's got kick. If you can handle the kick, great. So, maybe you'll shoot it better than I do. That's always different from person to person. It fits great in the hand. You can see how it gets in there. You can just get a finger on there. That's what's great about that extended mag. You get your pinky on there all the way, especially, you know, once you get your hand on there properly. But that's why you use two hands. But it is what it is. That's all we had for today. We'll see how a different firearm does another day. Maybe I'll have a chance to shoot a different 40, and I'll see how that one does in comparison to this one. So, all right, we'll catch you later. All right, guys, we had a good time out at the range. We saw what it could do, and now that we're back in the shop, we got to see how you take it down for cleaning. This is a little bit different than that of the Glocks or even the Taurus that I've had on here. You don't have the tabs on the side. Instead, you have this little lever you gotta flip around, and there's a notch up here in the slide, so you need to pull the slide all the way back to that, and then you flip that lever down. So it's kind of difficult to do one-handed like the other ones are, but there you go. Be careful with that slide, but you let go, trigger pull, and you're off. So go ahead and set that off to the side for cleaning later. And guess what? After that, you're just like almost every other semi-auto. Go ahead and take your spring out, and there's your barrel. Got a naked slide, you're ready to clean. Get it all wiped down, lubed up, make sure she's ready to go for next time, especially if it's your everyday carry. You want to make sure it's in operating condition. And going back together, again, you just pop your barrel back in, goes the spring, All right, so you get that all back together. Like most other ones, you got your grooves in there, and it's just like any other one. You gotta get that in there. Get this all the way back here again. Try to get that back to that little piece there. Flips right around. There you are. So, there you have it. Again, decent little gun, and you saw how it did. So, if you want, like, subscribe, find me on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, and even Etsy, where hopefully you'll be able to get a shirt like this. This is a little more my style, sleeveless out here versus the bro tank, as you will. But that's all there is to it. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.